Welcome to Mahjong Central. My name is Michelle. I'm going to be doing some random pulls for Japanese style. If you're interested in this style, there are links below this video to the lesson playlist. You can check that out if you want to. And if you are an intermediate or beginner, this exercise may help you. So give it a try yourself. Let me show you how it works. So I got all my tiles here. I've mixed them up. I do have red fives in here, one of each suit. So be sure to pull out those extras. And if you want to play with the red fives, which are called akadora, then you can leave those in for added excitement. I have 6 counters here because I want to try to do 6 random pulls in 15 minutes. I have the hanchan indicator, so I'm just going to alternate between east and south round. And then I have dice, and I'm just going to use those to determine which seat I'm in. I'm always going to start at 1 or east temporarily, just so I can see which seat I'm in, and that'll just keep the variables fresh. I'm also going to pull a random tile for the Dora indicator. So let's get started. 1 crack is Dora. We are on the east round, and this is my first random pull. I am seated at number 10, so if you count right to left, starting with 1, this is going to be 5 if I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 10 is another round, so I'm east. So then I just put up a 1 just to remind myself that I am east, and 1 crack is Dora. So here we go. I always start as non-dealer, so I'm going to pull 13 random tiles. There's my 13. A quick trick, if you pull 4 from each side, and if you have 5 in the middle, you know you have enough tiles. So there's my drawn hand. That's what it's supposed to mimic. All right. So I do have some wins. Ooh, and a dragon. And I've got a couple of akadora here. So this will be interesting to see how I can leverage those tiles. Okay, I do have a pair of south. So what I would do here, I'm east and it's east round. So this south, if I pung it, is not going to help me as far as score. It might help me get to a half flush, which is probably what I would try for. A half flush. And then I would try to probably chi and pair up and pung, I hope. I would hold on to these just in case I draw mixed suits and no more honors. I would start throwing away probably the 3 first, just to see how the drawing would go. This is going to be one of those hands where you just got to take it as it comes through the pick and discard phase of the game. But I would say my instinct would be to go for a half flush and then see how it goes, potentially change to pinfu so I can use these akadora. So I would probably just pick and discard that first, and then depending on if I draw these, start throwing these, or if I draw bams and honors, start throwing these. I like to play for bigger hands, so a half flush is a 3 han score, so that's what I would like to do, even though I would sacrifice that akadora potentially. Okay, so there was the first one. Let's see what seat we're in this time. 5, so we're east again, and it's south round this time. north is Dora. So the progression for winds is east, south, west, and north. And then you go back around to the front. So east, south, west, north, east, south, west, north. Eat soup with. West is Dora. East, south, west, north, and then back to east. East, south, west, north. And you can remember that by saying eat soup with nuts. So south is the indicator. The next wind is west. Eat soup with for west. So west is Dora, not east. And this is our second random pull. So west is Dora, we're seat east, and it is the south round. A lot of variables to consider. That's what makes this style interesting, because the decision making changes based on all those variables, and I just think that kind of keeps the game fresh. That's one reason why I really like it. And then you have the added excitement of the Uradora if you happen to reach and win. If you want to know all about that, check out the playlist below for the lesson. So we have only 2 honors, and we have south. Sometimes if I'm holding the Dora indicator, that lessens that tile for me, because there are only 2 more. There's only 4 of everything. So I might throw that away first, in which case I will be left with only 1 honor. I'm probably going to play Pinfu here. Pinfu is all cheese, all 3 in a sequence, and that is a 1 Han hand. So I would like to try to get some score from somewhere. In addition to that, another Yaku. A Yaku is some kind of a qualifier. You have to have at least 1 Yaku to win. And there's a link below to the cheat sheet that I made. It's a compact list. Here's a little picture of it so you can see. These are all the Yaku. And you have to have 1 Yaku to even qualify to win. Pinfu is one of those. It is a concealed hand, so if I can do Pinfu and reach, that would be 2 Yaku, and I believe that's 1 Han each. But I do have Akadora, so if I can do something with this red 5, that'll give me an additional Han, which would make this a 3 Han hand. So this could be my pair. I could chi this, chi this, chi this, chi that. I'm ready to chi. This hand is set. I just have to draw into it. So again, Pinfu is all cheese. And I need a 6 crack here, a 1 bam or a 4 bam. I need a 5 bam or an 8 bam. Here I need a 4 dot. And then this could be my pair. So with Pinfu, you have to have a 2-sided weight. And this is called a closed weight or an inside weight, where I'm waiting for the tile that fits inside here between these 2 tiles to make that chow or chi complete. That's called a middle weight. So if I got my hand set and was waiting on this tile, that would disqualify me from playing Pinfu, because it is an inside weight or a middle weight as opposed to a 2-sided weight. This is a 2-sided weight because I can get either a 5 bam or an 8 bam, and I actually have 2 of them. I have 2 outside weights. There are several ways you can say that. So when I do my picking and discarding, I have to keep that in mind to make sure one of these is going to be my weighting set. So yeah, that was a good one right there. There's no Dora in this one, except for Akadora, of course. So this hopefully would be a 3 Han hand if I can leverage this, which I probably should be able to. I would say there's a pretty good chance of winning on this one. All right, we're on to the next one. Let's see, we're back on East round, and I am at 5. Oh my gosh, we're East again. That's weird. East again. Okay. I would love to pull up a random pull where I am going to play 13 Orphans. That is my favorite hand. Okay, we have a 4 dot for Dora. Looks like Pinfu again. I only have 1 honor. Okay, well, let's see. Maybe though, we got a, well, no, we're kind of half and half with dots and bams. So yeah, but we do have 3 pair. So maybe we could do all pung. That's what I would think here. So let me show you. We have mixed suits. So a 1 suit or a half flush option is probably not going to happen. We do have 3 pair though. 1, 2, 3. So I could play all pung. This is Dora. But if I were to make this a chi, which is 3 in a sequence with mixed suits and pungs, that would drive my score down by 3 han or 2 han. Let me see. Let me see here. 2 han in Japanese style. The scoring is different from Cantonese, so sorry about that if I confused you. So if I mixed suits with a chi, that would drive my score down by 2 han. So I don't want to do that. I'm going to hope to draw another 4 dot. Maybe it could be a pair or a pung set. So we would have to wait and see. But in this particular case, I think I would try for all pung. And since I'm east, I would actually save this east wind, because if I can pair that up, I can get a han for that alone. So I'm going to hold on to that. If I'm playing all pung, that could help me. So this would be my plan. I would hope to pung each of these, pair up each of these, and then discard all of these here. And since I'm in mixed suits, it really doesn't matter what I throw away. But this is what I would keep. Okay. We're on the next one. We're at south round, and this time I am at 8. So this time I'm north. So south round, north, and we'll mix these up. Find out what Dora is. And this early decision making, this random pull exercise, it's good to have a plan, but always stay flexible with the pick and discard phase of the game. Your hand can turn on a dime in this style, which is one of the exciting things about it. It's always nice, I think, to get your footing and then go into the pick and discard phase and stay flexible, make decisions based on what you pick and what is discarded and what is exposed. I think that this particular exercise really helps you study the yaku and take into account all the variables. All right, 2 crack is Dora. There's our 13. We do have 2 honors. They're not paired up though. So let's see what we can do here. There's a 1, 2, 3. Here's a 2, 8, 8. Oh, and incidentally, if you have an American set, you don't have to worry about what these tiles are, because there are going to be Roman numerals on those. Let me just show you. Like that. There's a 9 up there. But on Asian sets, there's no number there. You got to memorize these. But on that cheat sheet I showed you a minute ago, I've got a little chart at the bottom that shows you the cracks with what number they are until you learn or memorize the kanji. And the same thing with on the other side, there are winds there and the dragons, so that you can memorize those too as you go. So I hope you check out that player reference. There is a link to a free PDF version, or you can buy a cardstock version from me, or you can download the PDF and take it to Office Depot, have it printed on, I think it's called the 80-pound cover stock. Matte is what I usually get. So you're welcome to do that. This is shared content as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so look what we got here. This will be a little interesting. So 2-crack is Dora. We have 1 2-crack right here. And we do have a couple of honors. Look at this series of dots. We've got a pair of 1s, a pair of 2s, and a 3. We could have a yaku, which is called pure double chi. This is concealed, so I would need a 3 dot. It's basically, if you break it down, it's basically 2 chis in the same suit of the same sequence. Pure double chi. So if I can make that happen, that would be awesome, because that would be a yaku. A pure double chi, I believe, is only 1 han. Let's see here. Pure double chi, 1 han. But the other thing that I might do, depending on what is exposed and the picking and discarding, I might also go for an all pung hand. All pungs, because I have 2 pair plus this pair. And if I mix suits in a all pung hand, that's okay, because an all pung hand, I believe, is 3 han. No, it's 2. In Cantonese style, it's 3, but in Japanese style, this would be a 2 han hand. So pure double chi is a 1 han option, but all pung is a 2 han. So probably all pung is what I would go for, in which case I would save the north and the green, because I am in the north seat. And green, if I pair up either of these, I can get a han for that, because any pung of dragons is a han. So I would also save the 2-crack, because it is Dora. 2-crack is Dora. So I would also save that, and I would throw these away. So that would most likely be my trajectory for this particular random pull. So I would go for all pung, 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 pair these up and pung. And I would hold on to this 3 dot as long as possible. I'd throw this last, because I could still revert to a pure double chi if I decide to do that, or if I draw into it more so than the rest. Let's say, for example, I keep drawing dots, and I may end up sacrificing that and go for pure double chi and a half flush, which is 1 suit with honors. So this would be, of course, a wait and see situation, but that would be my plan. All pung or pure double chi and half flush, I guess. That was kind of a fun one. Okay, we're on the 5th one. We're back to east round, and I am at 6. So if I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm south this time. So I'll put up a 2. Four bam is Dora. Okay, we have 3 honors. Ooh, look at those pretty dragons. I love dragons, they're so pretty. Okay, and we've got a pair of 7 dots here. And then we've got a pair of 7 cracks. Oh, we got a pung of 7 cracks. Oh my. We've got a 5, a 9, an 8, and then here's a 5, 9. I'm just going to put these like this. Okay, so in this case, 4 bam is Dora, but I'm only 4 away from clearing to a half flush. I would probably sacrifice this 7 dot, even though it's a pair, because I already have a pung in here. Actually, I could break this up and make 2 sets out of it. So right now, here's one set, 7 cracks. But if I break that up, I actually have a chow right there, 7, 8, 9. This could then be also broken up into another potential chow. All I need is a 6 crack there. And then, of course, I would need to pair up these honors over here. So that would be my plan for this one. Sacrifice that pair and go for a half flush. Hope to chi this. Maybe even draw in that other 7 crack. That would be really nice, because then that could be my pair and I could do a chi right there. Sometimes it's good not to expose a con, because you can break it up and use the tiles for chis. That would be one decision that you'd have to make, because it is tempting when you get 4 of a numbered tile to actually declare a con, which is 4 of a kind, but then you can't use it in any chi opportunities. Okay, that's what I would do with that one. We're on our last one. And we're back on east round, and I rolled a 4, which is going to be, I rolled an 8, which is going to be north. So we're north seat. Oh, south round. I thought we were on south round last time. That was east round. My bad. It didn't matter because we didn't have the tile for it anyway. Okay, last one. One crack is Dora. Only 2 honor, no, 3 honors, there we go. So we are in north seat. We do have north. Let's see what we've got here though. We've got mixed suits, a few of each. Okay, so I would play pinfu here, because we've got 4 bams, 3 dots, and 3 cracks, 3 honors. This happens all the time. And in this case, probably pinfu is going to be the best choice. I would have to throw these away, because you cannot have any scoring elements. It has to be all chis. Honors, they have to be pungs or pairs. So that these would not help me. You have to have a pair that is non-value. So, for example, the 7 crack has no value. If I had, because I'm in a north and it's south round, if I had a pair of east, that would be okay, because that would bring no value to me. So, because it's not my seat wind and it's not the wind of the round either. So I could potentially keep that for a potential pair, because it has no value. And with pinfu, you need a pair with no value. And then I could maybe break this up. If I draw a 5 crack, 6 crack, 8 crack, I could break that up into help me get 2 chis. Because right now, this potentially could be my pair. Let's just see how this works. I could chi this, chi this. This is a chi. I would need to draw here. So let's just say I would chi this and throw this, chi this and throw that. I would need to draw a 2 crack or a 4 crack to help with that, or draw a 3 bam, 4 bam, 7 bam to make that work too. But you have to have a 2-sided weight for pinfu, which is what this is right here. That's a 2-sided weight, 4 bam or 7 bam. So when I play, I've got to wait, make sure that this is my winning set. So I would need to really draw a 3 bam, 2 crack, or 4 crack and throw these away. That would have to be the plan for that. And then of course we don't have Dora. That's okay though. If we reached, then we would qualify for Uradora, which is all the tiles under the Dora indicators. That's always a nice surprise, which is one of the reasons why I love this style, because it's got all these surprise variables along the way. It just keeps it exciting, and it makes you just, you know, stay on your toes with your decision making. I love it. I wish I knew people who knew how to play. I can only play online, which is fine because I play at Mahjong time. So if you haven't tried that out yet, there's a link below to play online, which is fun. I think playing in person is more fun, but playing online is okay too. So if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. It would really help the channel out, because the more thumbs up I get, the more people will find me, so that everybody can learn how to play. And also subscribe to my channel, share with your friends, post this channel on your Facebook page maybe. That would help so much. And between now and the next random pull for Reach, may all your picks be keepers.